Hello students, my name is Pankaj Pathania and today I am going to discuss the one of the most important topic in the point of view of engineering, that is interference in batch-shaped thin film. So in the last few lectures or the videos we have discussed about the interference in the thin film in case of reflected and the transmitted case. Here in this lecture we have taken the thin film of the varying thickness, that is the interface or the phase of two uneven phase. Understand? Means in the previous lecture we have seen that is the thin film of equal thickness. But now we are considering the interface GH and GH1, that is not parallel but is that is not parallel. This is from some angle alpha. That is called the batch shape. Understand? So batch shape thin film. Understand? And the application of this will be the Newton ring experiments, which will be discussed on the next videos. Understand? Now this alpha is the basically batch shape. This is the angle alpha. This is the thin film of thickness T, that is T is here is 0 and that is the varying thickness. Means here is the thickness T1, T2, T3, T4 and that is supposed that is a T8. Understand? When the light is incident from the A source, S is the source and A is the point from where the light will be strike, that is source, that is will be strike on the upper face, that is GH1, that is upon B. It will be reflected to the DR1, that is DBR1. Understand? Again, it is incident angle I and it is reflect that this is I, the VR1, and again some will be the refracted. The refract with the angle of R and is incident upon C. Understand? It is again incident upon C and that is reflected back from the C, that is on the lower interface, and from the C it will be strike D and it come out in the form of ray R2. So R1 and R2, two rays are interfere to each other and create an interference pattern or the interference phenomenon. Here the angle between two interface, that is alpha, that is called the batch angle. Understand? Now this is alpha. The perpendicular of these two interfaces also make an angle alpha, that is alpha. Here is the perpendicular to this GH face, that is perpendicular, and this is the perpendicular to the interface, the face GH1. So that will be, this is basically alpha. Understand? Now we are going to calculate the path difference. What do we do here? We extended this ray to this way at the point P. Understand? And draw this line, that is this is T, HP is T. For example, this is your basically Q. So QP is equal to upon T. Equal thickness T will be equal here. It is not seen that, but it will be equal. That is D, Q and QP, that is again equal to T. Understand? So this equal, here is the, now we are going to calculate the path difference. We are taking a perpendicular DF upon BR1 ray and that is DE on the that is BC. Understand? Now the total path difference between R1 and R2. What is the path difference? Delta is, here we have seen that after F these two rays cover equal path. So total path difference is BC plus CD in the film minus DF in air. Understand? That is del is BC is here, BE plus EC plus CD minus DF. Understand? With this triangle 1 and this triangle 2, with this triangle we can calculate that this DF is equal to mu BE. This DF is equal to the mu BE. Understand? This is because BF upon BD and it is BE upon BD, that is sine I upon sine R, that is mu. Understand? So this BF taking these triangles sine I upon sine R according to Snell's law is mu. So this BF is equal to mu B, put this value on it. Then total path difference is mu BE, that is BE plus EC plus CD minus mu BE. So mu B is cancel out, total is EC plus CD, and here EC plus CD, that is basically equally this CD is equal to basically that is the CP, because CD is basically equal to the CP. So total is that is mu EP. So this line will be, you can say that this is the equal part. So this will be equal to this P. This length CD is equal to this at CP when we extended the ray to and meet at point P. So this will be this. So our purpose now is very easy to calculate the EP here. That is the EP. Now taking the triangle ED and P. Now our main focus on the EDP. Now this is alpha, this is R, this is basically 180 degree minus R plus alpha, this angle. Understand? Now this is basically, this angle is again, this angle is 180 degree minus 180 degree minus R plus alpha. So this will be basically R plus alpha. This will be the R plus alpha. This is R plus alpha. So this is basically the again the R plus. If this is R plus alpha, understand? Here is total angle in this triangle. This is R, this is alpha, and this is 180 degree minus R plus alpha. Understand? And again, this is the parallel here. So this is again 180 degree minus this angle. So again, it is R plus alpha. If this is R plus alpha, then these two rays are the parallel and cutting the same line. If this making the angle R plus alpha, and again this will also make the angle of R plus alpha. Now our aim is to calculate this B, E and P. So this is R plus alpha. So here What is EP? EP is equal to dp cos r plus alpha. Understand? So cos r plus alpha, so EP is equal to dp, that is t, that is 2t. This is t and this is again t. This is t and this is t because these are the two the same. So t and t. So 2t हो गया. Then part the difference is 2t cos r plus alpha. So here from this equation 1, this equation 1, the delta is basically 2 mu t cos r plus alpha. Alpha is a Bethe element. So the total path difference is del is 2 mu t cos r plus. Understand? Now because it will be reflect from the denser medium, so according to Stokes theorem, delta will be again extra path difference of plus minus lambda by 2 will be introduced. Understand? Now this is the basic path difference. This is the basic path difference. Now condition of bright and dark fringe. So first, in case of bright fringe, that is total path difference cos r plus alpha plus minus lambda by 2 is equal to plus minus and lambda. If we are taking this is the plus, understand, and lambda. Now 2 mu t cos r plus alpha, that is again that is divided and multiplied by 2, that is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2 if we are taking the plus. If negative, then it is 2n plus 1 lambda by 2. Understand? Now this is the condition of bright fringe. Understand? Now same the condition of dark fringe. Now the condition of dark fringe is 2 mu t means the path difference is odd multiple of lambda by 2, that is 2n plus 1 lambda by 2. Then that is 2 mu t cos r plus alpha is equal to n lambda. This is the condition of dark fringe. So bright means constructive interference and the destructive area here is n is 1, 2, 3 and 4. N is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is n is 1, 2, 3, 4. Understand? So these are the condition of bright and dark fringe that is obtained here. Means you can say that this is the bright fringe, dark fringe, and this is the bright dark fringe combination you will be achieving. Now we are going to calculate the fringe width. What is the width of the fringe? Now we are going to calculate the fringe width. Fringe width means that is the fringe width means it is a width between the two consecutive bright or the dark fringe. And in case of dark fringe, if we have taken the two, one fringe is at accent, understand that is the thickness of T1. Then what is the condition of the dark fringe? That is the condition of the dark fringe is 2 mu t cos r plus alpha is equal to n lambda. Understand? Now if this alpha is very small, and at normal incident r is equal to 0. So here is 2 mu t cos 0 means 1 is equal to n. This is the condition of the condition for the dark fringe in case of the bed shaped fringe. Now in our case, the at thickness T1, the condition of the fringe width is this, that is 2 mu T1 and lambda. Now from this triangles we can easily calculate the tan alpha is equal to, what is tan alpha is equal to T1 upon xn first. Now in the another is xn plus 1, two consecutive dark fringes. Here we can replace T1 is equal to xn tan alpha is equal to n lambda. Understand? That is 2 mu xn tan alpha is equal to n lambda, and the another xn plus 1. So same condition is 2 mu xn plus 1 tan alpha is equal to n plus 1 lambda. That is the condition of consecutive dark fringe. That is the condition, that is basically this is 1, this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. Now subtracting 2 and 3. Now subtract 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Now we have find that 2 mu xn plus 1 minus xn is equal to n, that is basically n plus 1 lambda minus n lambda. So this is basically 2 mu, that is a beta, that is a fringe width between two rays, that is basically lambda, and that is basically beta is lambda upon 2 mu. Again tan alpha is there, tan alpha is also there, so it is basically tan alpha, that is 2 mu beta tan alpha is equal to lambda, and beta is equal to tan alpha. If alpha is very small, then tan alpha is approximately to the alpha. If alpha is very small, so beta will be come out to the 2 mu alpha. So here we have seen that the fringe width is depend upon the lambda and also with this alpha, that is the batch angle. Understand? This is basically the fringe, and very important in the point of view of your numericals, you can solve with the help of this, where we are supposed to calculate the fringe width of the two consecutive bright or the dark fringe. Thank you very much.